rain's coming down.
It is, babes.
It is.
Yes, what you doing?
Oh, I just put some Meluca oil on.
Nice.
Why?
I was just curious, because usually I like to give it a few seconds to sort of get some sound that we can edit down with background noise.
Oh, no, I understand. It is raining, though.
Yes.
I'm glad the ice is melting.
Yes.
Yes?
Jaylo.
Yes?
I hope that's enough time. This is going to be one of those ones where I'm looking at my phone during it.
Yeah, and I'm paying attention to my iPad. And we're both doing it. It's not just me.
Here's what's up. I put in a Walmart order on Wednesday night before I come over here.
I believe it was... Yes. I don't know. Actually, I don't know when you did that.
And we're editing the order until late last night.
I also put an order in yesterday.
Right, because we're not sure what's going to come first. The order that I put in was supposed to come here between 9 and 10. Mm-hmm. It's now like 12:30. Jaylo's moving around. And it just kept saying it's delayed, it's coming here today.
And I actually fell asleep at about 9:55.
I stayed awake.
I was feeling very tired because I had a hard time staying asleep, and then I went back to sleep at 5 a.m.
I didn't even hear you get up, babes.
And yeah, I know. I fell asleep at about 10:30, woke up at 1, went back to sleep at 5, and then woke up at 7:30.
So you put in your order yesterday.
Yes,
and
I did.
It said you chose fast and flexible.
Well, that's the only one I could get.
Yeah, the fast part, not so much. The flexible on your part, definitely you have to be.
Yeah, yeah, and I did that before because I wanted to see what that meant.
Yeah.
It means that you have to keep on track of every notification you have, and there's no guarantee that it will come today. It might actually come tomorrow.
It's not going to come on Christmas.
No.
And I know that Walmart isn't delivering on Christmas. So, but no. I want this stuff to get here today.
Yeah.
Obviously for good reasons. But if it doesn't, it's also not the end of our world.
No, because if things get here, there's always a freezer and I'll make room in the freezer.
Yeah. And then we'll party next weekend. And I'll be birthday boy again.
Well, we'll figure out something to do. We'll figure out something to make. Whether and we are gonna make Italian bread tonight too.
Yes.
Because I do want to use up the parsley and the basil.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I could put in a like a Grubhub thing for Panda Express, and we make the Italian bread too with that. I don't know. That's just a thought.
It's a thought.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. The green beans are frozen, and we can deal with that too next week.
Mm-hmm.
I've got pasta. We can always make pasta.
Yeah, we could make pasta tonight, actually, because you have tomato sauce. It wouldn't be like the top version of it.
Yeah.
But we could do something.
Yeah, we'll figure something out, whether I order something or not.
Mm-hmm.
We'll figure something
out. And we do have a turkey for tomorrow and stuff to make mashed potatoes.
Right. And they're still good, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, they should still be good.
I was freaking out because I couldn't find the lemon, but it was hiding behind everything in the first shelf.
Nice.
I got it.
Well, good. So we're not going to be starving on my birthday.
No, we aren't. And I was right that we were not going to starve yesterday.
You were, actually. I was surprised.
Yeah, I said, hey, we can make the pizza. I got crackers. I haven't opened it yet. We've got some French onion dip.
Mm-hmm.
We also have enough cookie dough to bake some more batches.
And by the way, we can still do another batch of cookies.
We could.
Which is nice.
It is very nice.
Yeah.
And we didn't starve at all.
No, I actually felt full at the end of the night.
I was very full because we had crackers and dip as an advertisement. Crackers and dip.
This is for our Christmas weekend. We're advertising.
Excuse me.
No, go ahead.
We had crackers and dip for an appetizer / snack, and it was pretty yummy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I better stop eating. I was like, oh, maybe one more pack. And they were little packs. They weren't like huge packs.
No, but it was good. We did like 3 of them.
We did 3 or 4, I think.
I think just 3. Maybe we did do 4. I don't know.
I think we did 4.
Nice. It was good.
We were going through them we were going through it pretty fast. And then our pizzas were ready. We each had 2 smaller slices.
Mm-hmm.
And then we ate the cookies we made, and it was really good. And they were less crumbly this time.
I know.
Which
Still not perfect, but they're getting there.
They're delicious.
And I posted a pic of them on Facebook. It got a fair amount of likes.
Oh, who responded?
Well, I'm not going to say here, but people I know.
Okay, I'll ask you later.
Yeah.
So, both of our grocery orders are up in the air. I may have to reschedule mine if that. And, yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we will. Okay.
Yeah, I'm hoping that one of them gets here so we could have some cake and ice cream.
That would be nice.
That'd be very nice.
Yeah, but if it doesn't, then next week we're gonna celebrate me being the birthday boy.
That's right.
Even if it's late, I'll still be late birthday boy.
Late birthday boy.
LBB. Late.
But you are still gonna get your present tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, I'm excited about that. There, Jaylo.
Yeah.
It is weird turning 40, and I am glad that I found a way to archive my birthday in a sense, because, people always say, oh, I wish I could relive that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't do that, but realizing as I'm older, well, I can just record everything that goes on. It's not the same thing, but it's as close as you can get to it.
Right.
I remember when I was a kid, it was either my aunt or my grandparents had a camcorder,
mm-hmm.
and they'd record things during like Christmas Eve and maybe Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah.
And that's cool and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really, how many people relook at those tapes? And those tapes can be easily erased. But it's also, you don't really get a sense of who a person is, because you're mostly just like, hey, how are you doing? Are you looking forward to the holidays? What are you excited about? But you're not just like hanging out with the person for real. I feel with recording audio, you kind of are in a sense.
My family, I don't know if they record. I think maybe they record some videos now that they can record it easily on their phones, but clips of them. And then a lot of times when we were growing up, they would take pictures, a lot of pictures. They wouldn't, I don't think that they would take a lot of videos. Sometimes they'll have like recordings on tape, but very little.
Yeah.
I think they mostly take pictures, a lot of pictures, and then they end up in people's albums.
I wish I would have thought to like record my birthday celebrations earlier in my life, but also, are they really celebrations? I'm getting closer to death. But there is something to be said about reaching the age of 40.
I don't know. Some people say happiness begins at 40.
I don't know if I go that far.
I don't know about that. I mean, I've gone through being 40, and it's different. It's almost like you're a little bit more mature, but you're not old yet. Mm-hmm. You're kind of in the middle. Just like I felt that way when I turned 30. I felt weird about it.
Yeah.
But I felt a lot more mature than I was 10 years ago. And I feel more mature than I was 10 years ago when I was 32. I think my thinking has changed. The way that I perceive things somewhat has changed.
And if you believe in some form of an afterlife, then 40 really just is a number that we're assigning to you here in this body. It may not be applicable wherever we go next, if we go somewhere.
Oh, we do.
Oh? Well, you don't know that for sure. You haven't been dead. But that's your belief.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some people feel that it is a number. Women really take it hard, though, because some people feel like, oh, I should have done this by the time I was 30. I should have done this by the time I was 40, or I haven't done enough. Or I'm looking older and older every day. Mm-hmm. I don't feel that way. But some people look older and older every day, and they're like, I can't believe it, I'm losing my looks. I mean, we really take it hard. And men do too. Some men have midlife crises.
That's common.
That's common, yeah. But women do really take it hard because our culture, unfortunately, values youth a lot more. As thought of by Ashton Applewhite, in her own words.
Right. But it's also things change as you get older, and there's the obvious of physical stuff. Mm-hmm. But then there's also, well, how do you want to relate to the world if you know you have less time here? Do you want to just sulk in memories of your past?
No.
Do you want to complain about the people around you? Or would you like to be a better citizen of your planet?
Or think about, what's in store for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I try to think about it. Well, I feel weird being this age, but what's in store for tomorrow?
Yeah, you can't reverse it.
No.
So you might as well accept it. I remember we might have talked about this before. I'm almost certain we did. But Ellen Cleghorn, who used to be on Saturday Night Live, had her own TV show on the WB, like when it first started.
I don't remember that lady.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's not that famous.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a very stupid episode of her TV show, which is probably why it got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not this episode, but in general.
Yeah.
Where she thought she was going to be turning 29, and she looks at like a family album and realizes that she's going to be turning 30, and she freaks out over it. Which is like, how do you not know your own age?
I know.
But
like, you miscounted it or something.
Yeah, beyond that, you could say, well, okay, that's a dumb idea for a sitcom, and it clearly is. But at the same time,
was that the first episode?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
I just turned into it on a random day.
Oh,
we don't know how much time we have left on this planet. So I could say, well, I'm going to live till 89, and it's going to be all good from here. But maybe I find out that maybe I die in 2 years, right? You never know. So I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, babes.
I think the point being is that you can look at your life as something to be valued.
Yeah.
Or you could look at your life as, well, I'm going to die anyway. I might as well. I personally don't look at it that way.
That's good.
Because I could have died.
When you had cancer.
Right. And I look at it so differently now.
Well, good.
Yeah, I cherish every day that I have on this earth because I don't know how many days I have left.
I want to get back into shape. As much as I was before COVID, because I definitely put on some pounds.
Yeah.
But I think that's doable.
I think we all at some point want to be those who actually want to be healthier, and some people don't want to be healthier. I know that I would like to move a little bit more. I do have a trampoline, and that is there for a reason. And I haven't been using it much, but I need to now.
Yeah.
I am, and I feel like whenever I have a schedule and I'm moving more, I feel a lot more energized, I think.
And that's been difficult to have over the last couple of years.
Yes, it has, because we were forced to stay immobile.
But I feel like we're moving away from that mindset.
Right. We were forced to stay immobile. We were forced to order more things online and not hang out with people a lot. And that's changed a lot of people.
Well, it has. I mean, I know so many people who just moved away from the Portland area. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I'm doing this while checking my phone with my nose. Yeah, still no updates.
Okay.
Erg.
Yeah, I know, but I really it really makes me think about, it really made me think about like what's really important now and what do I take for granted?
Yeah.
What have I taken for granted? Breathing nice, cool air, fresh air.
Exactly.
I've taken that so much for granted because when it's taken away from you for a time, you don't even think about it until it's back.
I mean, I took for granted just going outside. Uh-huh. And I didn't even realize I was doing it until the pandemic started. Then I realized this is some people's whole lives just staying in their apartment and not doing anything.
And then thinking about like how scared people are, mm-hmm. how just so fearful people are, and how I felt about that. And I'm like, I don't want to be a fearful person. I want to have, I want to have relationships again. I want to go out and meet new people. I don't want to be a person that's scared of everything.
Oh, good.
'Cause I've never really been scared of everything.
Oh, I thought you were.
No. I mean, just how many relationships were affected by it because of divisiveness. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, whatever is related to it, it's been divisive. And how frustrating it was that people only wanted to have people insisted on having smaller gatherings. And I kind of felt like this summer, to me, felt like people were really glad to be in other people's presence.
Exactly. And then the question we have to ask ourselves is, how do we keep that joy without going back into isolation and then coming back out once every 2 years? And I think the answer is, you don't keep the joy, but you remind yourself that things could change. And you remind yourself that it's not a guarantee that you get to go to all the cool events that you want to go to. And you appreciate it a little bit more because of that. Like, I knew somebody who was a little bit of a douchebag, but he did say something to me once that made sense. More than once, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I was hanging out with him, and I said, I'm going to go and see, I got to go and see a friend tomorrow. And he's like, well, you get to go see a friend tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, I do get to go see a friend tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like a trivial thing, but a lot of people don't have that option where they have friends in their immediate area.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember once I was going to go out to lunch with a friend of mine. And I thought to myself before I left, there are millionaires who don't have friends that they get to go out to lunch with.
Mm-hmm.
Because not everybody is that good with making connections as I am with people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to say I'm the best at it. I'm not. But I'm better than some.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about what's going to happen with me next month. And I am excited to make more female friends in the area.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I don't feel like I have a lot of them.
You don't.
I don't have a lot of male friends in this area either.
Well, I mean, you don't need a lot of male friends.
Well, I mean, it's not like I'm going to date them, Bubs.
Oh, my goodness.
There's a difference. Bubs.
No, I know, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, but female friends I think are more important
Mm-hmm.
to me because, men have their boys and women have their girls. And I don't have a lot of girls.
Yeah, you need a pussy posse.
Oh,
and there's
my
nothing
goodness.
wrong with that.
Bubs,
What?
I don't call it that.
Oh, I thought you did.
No, did you make that one up?
No. What?
You did it?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't call it that.
Okay.
It's a weird way to call it.
Oh, my goodness, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, what else?
I don't know any women who call it that.
Okay. Well, good.
But I feel like a lot of my friends who are female are either are out of state. Or actually, well, there might be there are a couple that are here, but it's few and far between that I have talked to them, either because I don't know, they're at home not doing anything because they're depressed, or or they're not. I don't know. That's just my opinion. I don't know. It could be that or something else.
But things might change in the next year, which would be great.
Yeah, every time I enter new situations where I'm going to meet people, I'm very excited about it. I mean, that there may be people that I meet that are really, really cool, and some that are just really not.
And because you're going to be taking classes at the commission out here, we should say.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I am.
Well, good.
To learn what I don't know and improve on what I do know.
Oh, good. I'm happy for you, babes.
I am too. It's going to be different.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how it goes.
Yes, as we all get older.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes.
It is going to be different because when I was in a program similar to this,
Mm-hmm.
I was very young. I was close to being 21. And I was just starting to learn how to be more independent. So it's going to be it's going to be different this time.
Well, good, babes. Good.
Yeah. So I'm going to be a little bit more mature and a little bit more independent while I'm going into this.
I'm glad to hear that there, Jaylo.
It's not going to be like I'm going to be like a deer in the headlights because because of problem solving issues. I remember when I was 21, close to being 21. I think I was 20 then. And I was taking a home ec class. I had a hard time, and I'm sure people do when they're starting to really learn how to cook or the basics of cooking and baking and stuff. I had a hard time with problem solving because I'm like, what am I supposed to do next? Yeah. Trying to figure out like, well, okay, so this goes in this bowl, and I have to mix this amount of sugar in this bowl. But it's also like getting from point A to point B.
And a lot of times teachers just aren't good at explaining that stuff to you.
Uh-huh. I had a sighted teacher. She was very good. But when she was talking about problem solving issues, in my mind I'm thinking, well, I was thinking, well, problem solving as what is that?
Yeah.
What even is that when it comes to cooking? What do you need to improve problem solving skills? Because I feel like I was a deer in the headlights in some ways.
And she didn't really explain that to you.
Well, not like I mean, she explained other things to me, like the mechanics of it, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And she was very good. I mean, the mechanics of cooking and putting recipes together, reading recipes, doubling and or making half of a recipe. Oh yeah, she was very good, and she was explaining to me about cleaning techniques. But when it came to problem solving, like going from one step to the other, it was like, what?
And that's very important in everything, but really in the kitchen, I use that all the time.
Uh-huh. I've since gotten better at it, but when I was younger, that would have been better. But I didn't know how to articulate myself at the time.
Yeah.
About, well, how am I supposed to do that if I don't know what you mean by problem solving?
But now when you really didn't advocate for yourself back then, from what I understand.
I had a hard time with it.
Yep.
I had a hard time with it because I mean, I was just learning how to be more independent. And yeah, I mean, advocating for yourself at school is different than advocating for yourself in a daily living skills program, I think.
Okay. How so?
It's one thing if I have to ask for accommodations for, at school, right?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
But advocating for myself at a daily living skills program was different because it was a different situation.
Yeah, because that stuff is just expected there.
Yeah.
The accessibility stuff.
Mm-hmm. At school, you mean?
No, at the daily living skills types of classes, the training centers. Mm-hmm. It's just expected that they're going to have those accommodations.
But problem solving, I did not at the time. I did not understand well what kind of solving skills was I supposed to have. Did you have that problem when you were learning how to cook?
I did. I really didn't learn a lot from our teacher where I went to train in Colorado. She wasn't that good. But I learned a lot from the people around me, the other students, that type of thing. That's where I really grew.
I am going to have, this time I'm going to have a blind teacher, which I am excited about because there was one time that I worked, I made something with a teacher of the blind who happened to be blind, and that was really cool because they know what goes on in a blind person's brain when they're learning these kinds of things.
That's the hope.
That's a hope. I've never, done that full time with a blind cook, but I'm excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
The lady that I worked with had a lot of knowledge because she's worked with the blind for a long time, but she did it from a sighted perspective. And she expected her students to do the techniques that she wanted them to do. Not, she didn't ask anyone, like, do you have any suggestions as to how you think you could do this more efficiently? Or if you don't have to do it my way, you can do it a different way.
Yeah, just there's some basics and then go from there.
That's what that's the one thing I've noticed, that she was a great teacher, but I was expected to do it the way that she wanted me to do it. Yes. So and as time went on, I took things from how she wanted me to do things and things from how I really wanted to do things. Mm-hmm. And I came up with my own technique.
It also helps to not only cook outside of class, but to organize groups with friends of yours and you guys cook together. Like I did a lot of that when I was in Colorado. watching tons of YouTube videos, as you know, about cooking, reading lots of books on cooking. Those all add to your base of knowledge in the kitchen.
I only did one cooking party with some friends in Hawaii, and we were gonna do another one, but it didn't work because some of our group was at least one person from our group was sick, and it just didn't work out. But did we make something? No, we didn't. I'm sorry, that was wrong. I did not do that. I think we had an idea of doing a cooking party. That's a lot of fun.
We talked about for a minute, Bubs.
What?
We talked about for a minute, Bubs.
Bubs.
That's right, babes. I love you. Give me a kiss.
No.
Why not?
No, you're making fun of people.
No,
like,
I wasn't.
This is gonna be a crazy day.
I know. So I was trying to make you laugh. So give me a kiss.
It wasn't funny.
Okay, but I.
Huh?
It's good to do that type of stuff with friends, to cook with them.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. That's a lot of fun because then you know what it's like to cook with certain people.
Who knows, in a month from now, you might be having pajama parties and baking and all that stuff.
Baking parties, cooking parties. I think that'd be fun. Yeah.
That's what really makes somebody strong in the kitchen.
Yeah, and it's cool because you learn how to who you work best with and who you don't work so well with.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good stuff, babes. Good stuff.
And you have a couple of friends that you know that you work really well with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Besides
you.
Yeah. And once we figured out our groove, it was much better.
Yeah. We still have areas where we can improve in the kitchen though, but there's definitely been improvement over the last
a
years.
lot of improvement. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of improvement for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The
pizza turned out pretty good last night, I think.
It was delicious. Yes. I think your crust is just really improved.
Thank you. And we were listening to, what was it, the Greg Charles Funk and Soul show?
Is it Craig Charles?
I think so.
Craig Charles Funk and Soul. It was cool. It kind of sounded modern. But it sounded in some ways old timey too.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
I liked it.
I think there was one artist that he played called DJ Laurel, and I think it was the one where it sounded almost like a Motown song.
Because it was like a remix of another song.
Yeah. I was like, this is so cool. But he said that DJ Laurel is having some issues like financially or something like that. I can't remember what it was.
Something crazy.
Yeah.
So I am on social media, which is something I really want to try to pull away from in the near future.
Yeah.
Just because I was thinking about it the other day, and to myself, I'm wondering what good has come out of me being on Facebook or Clubhouse. Now, that doesn't mean that there's nothing good, but if we're going to go on the surface things, not a lot, considering the amount of time I put into the stuff. And so that's why I want to pull back. But
yeah,
I noticed that a lot of people I know in real life who do not strike me as big Jesus fans are all about up talking Christmas on social media, especially Facebook.
That's weird to me.
I know it is to me too.
That's really weird to me because you know why I love Christmas, and I've grown up with spending a lot of Christmases with my family because it's very big.
Mm-hmm.
But you understand that. But what I don't understand is why the people that were never really religious or maybe was not into a lot of other holidays, but they were into Christmas.
And they're just obsessed with talking about it this time of year.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
That's crazy. I mean, unless these people are secretly Jesus fans, and I just didn't know about it until now.
You're acting as if he's a rock star.
Oh my goodness.
I know what you mean. It's just weird how you word things.
I do have that one relative, Babes, who has like a big Christmas dinner at his place, and like whenever I go over there and I'm like, hey, how's it going? He's like, the Lord has been so good to me over the past year. And I'm just like,
I have to be honest with you.
Go ahead.
Sometimes those kinds of people annoy me.
Yeah.
Because it's almost like can't you be real for a minute and say, hey, I'm not doing so well, but I'm okay, or instead of saying how blessed you are, because sometimes you don't feel like sometimes there are Christians that really aren't feeling so joyful.
It's almost like you're a car salesman except for Jesus. You know what I mean?
And some Christians act like car salesmen. It's like, no, you're not. If you really aren't trying to sell people something, don't act like you are. And sometimes those people really annoy me, because it's like, sometimes when I'm feeling kind of crummy and someone asks me, how are you doing today? I'm like, oh, I'm kind of tired, but I'm hoping that my day will be better. Or I'll say, I'm not feeling too good, or I'm not doing so well, and I'm a little bit worried about this.
Yeah, or if you're a Christian and it's Christmas time, maybe you could still acknowledge God, but you could tone it down. So you could be like, I feel really blessed, but at the same point, there's areas in my life that I still need to work on.
Exactly. Or say, hey, I'm having I'm feeling very joyful today. I mean, and some people are very genuine about it. Like, I try to have joyful days every day, even if I'm not having a good day.
Exactly.
But I don't want to be fake about it either.
No.
And some people are, it's like, some people are, they kind of remind me of car salesmen or robots.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I don't want to be a robot or a car salesman. But I mean, and some people feel like they have to put on a happy face, and I don't feel that way. I don't feel like you have to be fake about it.
No.
Because some people really do need help, and some people are really struggling.
Some people need help, and it's not always the people you think it's going to be, right? So,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm poor, and I would love for that to change, and maybe, you need help for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. But then there are rich people who need help for different reasons. Like, there's rich people out there who feel like they can't connect with anybody, so they always have to keep it surface. So right. We're all in it. We're all suffering from some degree or another. It's just some people it's a little bit more obvious.
But it is possible to have joy even if you're not doing well.
Exactly.
Because if you're going through a trial, that trial could actually be used for a good thing. It doesn't have to be all bad all the time. It doesn't mean you have to be happy all the time, but it also means, well, I can be happy with what I have right now because I may get tenfold later on.
Or you may not, but maybe part of the thing is you're getting something else out of it. So it's not that you become a multimillionaire, but it's that you learn a key life lesson too, where it helps you become more peaceful with being where you are in whatever position you are in life.
I also think that, some people are really quick to be bitter about their situations, but it also makes me think of, well, why don't I keep my heart open for people that actually want to help me along the way?
I think in some ways I've been really bad at that.
And I think it's a good thing to do, because there are people that really do want to help and they don't want to hurt you.
Yeah, and my defenses go up. And we already know the reasons why, because I had interesting issues with my parents and people around them when I was younger. But okay, I know that. And I had a friend of mine who once said, hey, Rick, instead of building a wall around yourself, maybe just have a locked door so you can occasionally let some people in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, going into this next part of my life, I don't feel like those kinds of people that are like, oh, I don't want to ask anyone for help.
Yeah, but I'm the one who's really going into the next portion of my life because I'm turning 40 tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
I brought that up being like, okay, so about me.
Bubs, I know what you're talking about.
No, you know what I mean.
But my point being is that in my own way, I try to welcome situations like this with an open heart, I guess, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I could turn 40 tomorrow and I can be like, can't believe this sucks, bro. Or I can say to myself, okay, I'm not where I'd like to be at this point. It's not the end of the world. Maybe there's something more to this. And maybe instead of hating other people or casting some shade on myself for my position in life, I could assess and say, okay, but what can I do now? Mm-hmm. What's the changes I can make today?
Yeah.
And what are the small changes?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like that when I was 40. Like, well, wait, I mean, I don't like what's going on right now. I don't. This is a very unique birthday I'm having
Because it was a month after we shut down the country.
Exactly, basically. And it felt like people were just being isolated in my own house. But I thought, okay, well, this can't last forever. And then a month later, I get this apartment, and when I thought, am I going to have to wait another 2 years?
Yep.
And I got this apartment, and I was super excited about it.
And your film education really began then.
Right. Yeah, we were watching older movies, and I'm like, I love these. These are so good. Mm-hmm. And how often do I discover gems like that? Not very often. And since we've been together, it's been quite a bit.
So I'll tell you this. On Facebook this morning.
Yeah.
And I said this morning, it was right before I went to bed.
Yeah.
I posted a list of movies that I recommended for people to watch.
Yeah.
In case they want something to view, but they're not a holiday person.
Right.
Do you want me to read you the list?
Okay.
All right, hold on. I'm doing this with my nose for obvious reasons. All right, so pulling up my notes. All right, so the post goes like this. It says, list of great movies to watch this weekend in case you want something that is not a holiday movie. So number 1, and these are all movies we've watched together, by the way. In the Heat of the Night, 1967. And you can maybe throw some thoughts on these titles if you want to, or do you want to wait until the end?
No, the end.
Okay. Number 2, Network, 1976. Number 3, The Country Girl, 1956.
Good one.
4, Anatomy of a Murder, 1959.
Good one.
5, The Dark Horse, 1932. 6, Barcelona, 1994.
It's a funny movie.
Yep. 7, Cool Hand Luke, 1967. I actually think I replaced that. I did. When I put it in, I actually replaced that with The Swimmer, 1968. Because I wanted a more obscure movie.
Right.
8, Brown Sugar, 2002.
Oh, yeah.
9, The Outlaw Josie Wales, 1976.
Oh, yeah.
A more recent one, or we saw it more recently, is 10, Dinner at 8, 1933.
Yes.
11, Lolita, 1962.
Yes.
And 12, The Bad and the Beautiful, 1952. I could have gone on, but I wanted to keep it somewhat short.
Was it in 1962? I forgot. I thought Lolita was older than that.
No, the book is older than that, but that's when the movie came out.
Okay.
What did you think of that list? And again, I know that I could have added or subtracted.
Oh no, those are very good movies, and there are people that like watching all kinds of movies on Christmas Eve or Christmas night that are not necessarily Christmassy.
Mm-hmm.
So no, those are really good.
Nice.
Those are really good. I think Lolita is probably one of the funniest, disturbing movies I've seen. It is. It really is.
We got to watch Clerks sometime then.
Yeah. I don't know, Bob. I just don't. I have a feeling that that's going to be a movie that I'm going to be like, why did you make me watch this?
Oh my goodness.
It just sounds like a guy's movie.
It is a guy's movie, but if you want to watch a funny, disturbing film. But I hear what you're saying about Lolita.
It is.
I think it would be fun if I had family over and we had a big meal on Christmas Eve or maybe Christmas Day, watching In the Heat of the Night and The Outlaw Josie Wales together. I don't know.
It would really all depend on what. And both movies are kind of intense.
Yeah.
In the Heat of the Night is more intense, but
yeah,
they're both very good.
But I mean, the 10 Commandments, I'm assuming, is an intense movie too.
Yeah, a lot of people watch it around Easter,
mm-hmm.
and some of the stuff in the movie isn't exactly biblically sound. But I think a lot of people watch it because of Charlton Heston's portrayal of Moses.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I do like Charlton Heston movies, some of them.
I did see. I don't remember if I saw the whole thing. Wasn't he in a movie where he was the voice of Zeus?
He might have been. But you know what I just realized?
What's that?
I just lied. I said I do like some Charlton Heston movies, but which ones do I really like?
Uh-huh.
I didn't like Soylent Green.
Please don't make me watch that one.
No, I'm not, because I didn't like it that much. It had some good stuff in it, but overall, it was lacking.
Yeah.
The Omega Man, I liked some stuff in it, but it wasn't that good.
Did we see that one?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, that's the one where
he's a doctor.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He had a cameo in Wayne's World 2. That was okay.
Which part?
He gives a speech and tells Wayne where he needs to go to find Cassandra, I think, near the end of the movie.
Oh, okay. I forgot that part.
But I don't like his movies that much. Planet of the Apes, I need to really watch that again. I don't know why I just said that. I'm not a Charlton Heston fan. And I just lied to you.
Uh-oh.
Will you ever forgive me?
The baby Jesus is watching.
Uh-oh.
Well, he's not a baby anymore. But
well, good. I hope
he's
not.
watching.
Well, good. Well, sorry, Jesus, I just lied.
Well, at least you admitted that you lied. Some people don't.
Yeah, and I admitted it as soon as I realized it.
I forgive you, Bub.
Thank
it's not
you.
even a big lie. It wasn't like you were lying to me about your entire life up until now.
No, oh, by the way, have you been paying attention to that one case?
Depends on what case it is.
Okay, so I know it's a Republican, but hold a second.
Okay.
There's a Republican who just got elected in, I want to say New Jersey, but I could have that wrong, somewhere on the East Coast.
Is it New York?
It might have been New York. I don't know. I don't remember off the top of my head, and I don't remember the guy's name, but it's been all over the news.
Is it Lee Zeldin?
It's not Lee Zeldin.
Okay, because Lee Zeldin was elected.
Okay, it was somebody else, but...
Or at least, I forgot. Yeah, I think he was.
Okay, so... And you could say, okay, all politicians lie, Rick. Is this really the end of the world? So he ran for office a couple years ago as a hardcore MAGA Republican. And when he ran this time in 2022, he ran as a centrist. And he said that he's gay, but he's still a Republican.
Okay.
And he claimed that he owned a small business and that a lot of his employees got killed in the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Really?
Well, so he gets elected, and they're doing research into this guy. And yes, it's the New York Times. It's more lib, but other places followed up. So
it's like it's a bipartisan follow up.
It is at this point, yeah,
okay.
Because so many people started following up. So he didn't have any business.
Wow.
That he said that he was associated with. Nobody that none of his employees died at the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Wow.
He said that he's been comfortable with his sexuality for at least the past 10 years. It came out this week that he got a divorce from a woman in 2019, despite him saying that he's a gay Republican.
What?
He said that his grandmother died in the Holocaust.
Wow.
They did research into that. His grandmother was never involved with the Holocaust because I think he also said that he was Jewish.
Oh, wow.
His grandmother was never involved in the Holocaust. He said that he was donating a lot of money to like these different animal charities. They checked into it. None of these charities exist.
Whoa.
And there's a couple other lies too.
I'm sure I'm going to hear about it next week because I don't remember.
Hold this and I'll Google.
Okay.
All right, hold on.
Because it's possible I don't even recognize who the person was.
Yeah, I'm going to, because it's not just like one or two lies. Let me see. Republican. Republic.
Any
No updates.
Okay.
Republican lies about everything. And it should be like the first news report that comes up.
Oh.
I'll get this dude's name. Telling lies has become the norm for okay, I'm not interested in the party. I'm interested in the specific dude. Let's see. New York representative. Yeah, this is the guy, George Santos.
I never heard of this guy.
Yeah, George Santos, and they're saying he's lying about his nationality too.
Are you serious?
Yeah, this guy's
it's kind of like Beto O'Rourke lying that he was Latino, but he's really Irish.
I didn't know about that, but that
Did you
does
know
not
that?
surprise me.
No. He lied to get more votes because he was running for governor in he was running for governor in Texas.
Yeah.
Remember? And people were finding out that his name was actually Robert Francis O'Rourke, not Beto O'Rourke.
Oh, okay. I do remember something like this.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, he was trying to run, and he was such a bad candidate anyway.
Why is Beto O'Rourke still a thing? Like, he can't even win against lying Ted. Should he really be that popular in the Democratic Party?
He shouldn't be popular at all, and I don't know why. And the Republicans for sure are talking about why he should even run or why he's in politics, because he's fake. He really is. And
well,
he's a terrible candidate.
Yeah, the Democratic Party should really be looking at him too, because he hasn't won an election in a while. I don't get why Beto O'Rourke is so popular.
I have never heard of George Santos.
Yeah.
Because if I did, I would have been like, I've never heard that before. And this is true. I have not heard his name before. I've never even knew he ran. That's crazy.
And this is like all been coming out within the last week too.
Wow.
It just came out literally, I think, yesterday, maybe the day before, but when the last couple of days that he got a divorce from a woman.
Oh, wow.
In 2019, even though he said he's been comfortably out of the closet for at least 10 years.
What ethnicity is he saying he is now?
I need to look into that, but I remember they said something about they think he's lying about his ethnicity too. They've known because they looked at survivor records from the Holocaust museums and whatnot that he for sure lied that his grandmother was in the Holocaust.
I mean, it's one thing if the person was very staunch about how they were running their campaign.
Yeah.
But it sounds like he doesn't know what he is. Like, he doesn't know if he's a MAGA Republican.
Yeah.
He doesn't know if he's gay or straight.
Yep. Oh.
He doesn't know what ethnicity he is. I mean, it's like, what else can you lie about? He doesn't have any business.
Yeah, and none of his employees died in the Pulse nightclub shooting.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, why would you say that? And it's like, well, what exactly are you running on?
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing if, it's one thing if, some of the stuff is true, but none of it is.
Sure.
I don't know. I have to laugh at that. I'm glad that it's a bipartisan follow-up, because
yeah,
that's a crazy, crazy thing. You know what? I've heard horror stories.
Mm-hmm.
Out of politics for a minute.
Yeah.
I've heard horror stories about women marrying these men that were just so cool and they had it all together.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard this story about this guy who was lying about being some kind of a doctor. And his last name was changing, and he wouldn't answer any questions when his wife would ask him that. And
wow.
She noticed there was money that was missing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, there was one story I heard, and I think it might have been, I don't know if it was on a current affair or something, but there was a woman who married this guy named Bruce Cates.
Yeah.
I can say it.
Yeah.
And her name was Jenny, right? She married some guy named Bruce Cates, or
Jenny.
she thought. But his real name was like Michael Stainton.
Wow.
And I'm like, how many things is he lying about? There are men that lie about having a job, like they'll leave their house and the wife will think that
they're going to work.
That they're going to work, but they're not. And I'm like, okay, you have to be a really good liar to keep someone at bay for that long.
Yeah.
Because eventually she's going to find out. She wouldn't be stupid.
Yeah.
She's not stupid. If she is stupid, then she won't ever find out. I don't know. I don't get that.
I don't either.
Because, I mean, I've never been good at lying when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I was never good at lying because my teachers would find out that I didn't do my homework.
Oh.
I was never good at lying. I never liked lying. It's just, I mean, how dumb do people think that, I don't know. How dumb do they really think they are?
I don't know, babes.
It's insane.
Yeah, it is. It is. Some people are just addicted to lying.
I guess.
Yeah. So
another way of getting attention, but the wrong attention.
good on George Santos there, Jaylo.
If it really is his name.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure we'll find out
like
soon.
Beto O'Rourke.
Or isn't Ted Cruz? Isn't that not his real name either?
I don't know. That I couldn't tell you.
I thought I remembered somewhere that is like something really different.
I know that Mayor de Blasio in New York, his real name is Warren. I think his name is like Warren Wilhelm.
Oh wow, that's weird.
It is a weird name.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah, his last name was Wilhelm, so he's like German.
Interesting.
Yeah, de Blasio is that's not his real name either.
Oh.
I don't get that.
So when we were sitting down, we're still waiting for the groceries, but when we were waiting for them earlier,
yeah,
and because we thought they were going to come earlier, or we thought there was a good chance, we started talking more about your girl Elizabeth Smart, and I'm like, I can't believe the one lady was at Wanda Barzy or something.
Barzy, yep.
Yeah, got out so early.
I know. I couldn't believe it either. I'm like, I thought she would have gotten. I would have thought that she would have gotten 2 life sentences, and that would have been fine.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I got to Google this lady, see if she's still alive, and if she is, what's she doing now? According to what I read, she is still alive. We don't know what type of work she's doing, if anything.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. But we read some stuff about her, like one of her daughters said that she fed them their pet rabbit when they were a kid. That's
so disturbing.
And said that her mom was like one of the most evil women ever.
And Elizabeth Smart came out and said that the Wanda Barzy was what is the most evil woman that she ever met.
Yeah, that's what Elizabeth Smart said.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, how the hell did this lady get 15 years and some of it knocked off for time served?
I know, I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand it. I don't know. What is she gonna do with her time?
Exactly.
I mean, if her own daughter doesn't like her, who will like her?
Yeah, it's like that case of that Richard Gilmore dude who they released recently from prison.
That's insane. Yeah, I didn't even know about him, and then he told me, I'm like, why would they release this dangerous criminal that could reoffend again?
And the laws are so messed up because he only got convicted of 1 rape, and the reason they did it, he confessed to raping 9 other women or 8 other women, but they said, oh, the statute of limitation is up on this, so we're only charging you with the 1. Then they released him. Like, I kudos to his victim, who went out the day that he was supposed to get out of jail and went downtown to the area that he's supposed to be living in and passed out flyers on the street saying, this is a dangerous man. This is what he looks like now. He is a rapist. And he's being, released from jail for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, there was a story about this guy. I forgot what his name was, and I saw it on Dateline NBC. He kills a mother and her husband, her new husband. And he's a young guy. I think he was like a teenager or something. 15, 16 years old. Okay. So he did this heinous crime. And I think he was in prison for a long time, or wherever it was he was. I can't remember. And was it prison? No, I think I think he might have been in prison after he was 18. But I cannot remember what his name was. Michael something. Anyway, he gave a TED talk trying to make it sound like he should be released from prison, and I was a young guy, and which was kind of a weird thing because he saved his dad's life when he was younger.
Oh wow.
He saved his dad from choking.
Yeah.
But he killed a couple, in cold blood. And he admitted that the reason why he wanted to do it is to find out what it was like to kill people.
Wow.
And his friend was the one who talked about it, who turned him in.
Yeah.
And said, yeah, this guy is really dangerous. He shouldn't be out in public. And I think there was a YouTube video of his TED Talk, and the parents, the family of the woman who was killed by him said, we want this taken down now because this guy is a murderer.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's serious stuff. Like, this guy is a murderer. He's not sorry for it.
And he's advocating that he should be released because
or that he should be let off the hook.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know if I take it down, but having said that, because I am a free speech person.
Yeah.
Having said that, though, I completely understand why her family would want it taken down.
Oh, I get that too.
Yeah.
Because if he is like, you don't want to give any attention to someone who shouldn't have all that attention.
No.
And yes, you want to put the word out there, but I don't think the YouTube platform would be a good idea.
Yeah, because he's basically saying, hey, I'm sorry, I killed these people for no reason. Now let me out.
I got to figure out what his name is. Michael something.
We might be able to Google TED Talk killer.
Yeah, and it was like, I'm like, what other thing can you do to torture that family?
Exactly. Maybe move in next door.
There was a case I heard about where this girl was killed, and the way that the killer would torture the family is that he would send them pictures of her.
That's really messed up.
And I think it was all over the internet. And I'm like, what are you doing to this family? You're torturing them even more. It's hard enough that she died.
Yeah, you don't have to take it to the next level.
Have you heard of Bianca Devins?
No.
Yeah, I think that was one of the girls that I've heard that was killed, and it was all over the internet. Her pictures.
Wow.
It was really horrible. There was another family that had the same thing happen, and the killer was sending them pictures.
Oh, I would be so pissed if that happened.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Like, why would you torture the family even more? It's hard enough that their daughter, whoever their daughter is gone. But if you're out of prison, you're doing this. Some people could torture families while they're still in prison.
Yep.
It's horrible. I'm like, well, they need the death penalty then.
Yeah, exactly. I know we've talked about this before, but I think of Kelsey Grammer, and a few years ago, it was before the pandemic, maybe 6 months earlier, I saw an interview that he did with somebody, and I wish I remember the guy's name, but it was on YouTube. Mm-hmm. And Kelsey Grammer was talking about how his sister was killed. Mm-hmm. And I think Kelsey Grammer was in his early 20s when this happened, but don't quote me on it. And he says that every single year, without fail, he has to make a trip to Colorado Springs and tell the parole board that he does not want this man released. And think about it. Kelsey Grammer, very successful man. Yeah, I know he's had his issues that you can read about. But he's a successful actor. And you think somebody like that has no real connection to the real world. But Kelsey Grammer, as rich and famous as he is, every year has to go back to Colorado Springs and be reminded that somebody murdered his sister. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. He shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have to be in front of the parole board and, pleading with them, you can't let this guy out.
That's just something that is on the schedule for him, regardless if he's the star of Frasier or not.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you think about...
How was she killed? How old was she?
I don't remember the specifics. I think she was raped and murdered, but don't quote me on that. But then my mind goes to that must be horrible for him. But think of all the other people who may not have the money to go to a place like Colorado Springs every year, or might not be able to get the time off of work to do that. And as a result, the parole board releases their loved one, or releases a person who killed their loved one out into the public. Mm-hmm.
I can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
And what about the people who lost a loved one and the trial ended up being a deadlock?
Exactly.
And they have to go through trial all over again. And they have to get the attorneys, and they have to pay for the attorneys. And sometimes they have to get new ones. That's got to be hard.
Yeah, I think of Richard Gilmore's victims, and I don't know who they all are, but I think of the one who actually stood out and passed out signs saying this is a dangerous man. What was it like for her a couple months ago when she heard that he was getting out of prison?
Yeah. Well, I keep on thinking of the Casey Anthony case, and I wasn't really paying a whole lot of attention to it, but I've been hearing things like her interview did not match what was really going on. Like she said that she gave the name of the babysitter that supposedly watched her daughter, and they couldn't find her. They couldn't find the babysitter, or the babysitter did not. I forgot what it was. It was something with the babysitter, and then Casey Anthony said that she worked at Disney World, and they looked into it and they said, no, we haven't. She hasn't worked here for a while. Just little things like that, and then they find her in the water with a Winnie the Pooh sticker on her mouth. Horrible thing, and it looks like it's pointing to her because there's evidence that she may not have been the best mom, and her lawyer is able to get her off. I don't know how.
I don't know that. I mean, I've heard of that particular case, but I don't know the ins and outs.
I don't know either. I wasn't following it a lot, but it didn't seem like she was really forthcoming with a lot of things.
Yeah. And I wonder what that's like to be a lawyer for somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do need a justice system in this country, but that's got to mess with your soul after a while.
I wonder how it is. Like, I mean, I know that every person needs a defense lawyer, but what if the defense lawyer is like, this person really did it, but I have to, I signed on this case, so I have to defend this person.
And in some instances, I don't know if this was the case with Casey Anthony because it was pretty high profiled.
Yeah.
But in some cases, you're just a lawyer and you're assigned a case.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that like for you?
Some defense lawyer, I forgot who it was that was working on the Jodi Arias case, actually admitted that he didn't like her.
Yeah.
He did not like working with her. He thought that she was fake, and he thought that there was something really wrong with her, but he was assigned the case.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many did she get the death penalty or life in prison?
They wanted to put her to death, but she has life without parole.
Okay.
But she should have gotten the death penalty because of how gruesome the murder was. But she thought that she won by making it so that, or she thought she won by getting the life without parole. But she's in solitary confinement.
That sucks
for her.
For her.
Actually, she deserves it.
Oh, good.
But she wanted to be, she wanted to make a difference in prison. I'm thinking, well, how can you make a difference when you're in solitary confinement?
Yeah, exactly.
Which she should be.
Although a lot of, and I know this because I read that book about Christian Longo. Mm-hmm. He's been coming up a lot on this for the last month or so. Mm-hmm. For obvious reasons, because he's been in the news recently and because I read that book. Mm-hmm. But in the book that Michael Finkel wrote, he talked about how some death row prisoners have actually sued for the right to donate their organs to charity after they die, to be organ donors. Mm-hmm. And up until like 20 years ago, if you were on death row, you can donate your organs for something like that. Mm-hmm. And that's a good thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. No, she's in solitary confinement for life.
Well, good.
I really wish she would have gotten the electric chair.
Yeah.
Because she killed her ex-boyfriend just because she didn't like the fact that he was going to go to Cancun with some other girl, and she didn't like that very much.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Terrible
stuff, babes.
Terrible.
Yuck.
Yes.
Yuck.
Mm-hmm.
Jaylo.
Yeah.
Switching gears a little bit.
Yes.
We just watched another episode of The Wire, and we are close to the end of season 1. Mm-hmm. I'm getting the sense for you that this is going to be it for The Wire for you.
Unless I change my mind, but I don't know. This one's it's just so. Well, even with The Boys, like I was happy when I was happy like when the second season ended of The Boys. I was like, you know what? I'm happy never seeing an episode of them again.
Oh my goodness!
No, but it was just like. I just thought these two shows were really, really heavy.
Wow.
And it just, The Wire just, I don't know if I'm going to continue on with it, honestly. I gave it a go.
You did? I mean, most people consider it one of the best TV shows ever made. You don't, though.
No.
Wow.
I'm not really like a big drama person. I like drama once in a while, but I'm not really a big drama person. That's pretty dramatic.
What did you think of today's episode where Wallace died?
I was not expecting that. I did not expect that. I thought he was going to live throughout the season, but I guess I was wrong. He didn't deserve to die, though. He really didn't.
I hear you, but I would also make the argument that from their perspective, they think that he's a snitch.
Yeah, but they have no evidence.
I know it's all circumstantial, and we as the audience, we know stuff that these characters don't know, but they have to go on the information that they have. Yeah. And he was away for a while. He did leave after that one dude got murdered. Elmore's boy.
Brandon.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And he just couldn't deal with it. Mm-hmm. He couldn't deal with a lot of murders that he was seeing, and he couldn't handle it. And I guess my question is, what's going to happen to those little kids? Because he's taking care of these kids.
Right.
And I don't know how these kids ended up in his hands, and they shouldn't have been. But he is, who's going to take care of the kids?
And his mom didn't exactly seem like a very classy lady.
No, she sounded like she was a hood rat.
Mm-hmm.
And she sounded like she could care less about where her son was. But she doesn't even know that he's dead.
They arrested D'Angelo.
Yes, they did.
What did you think of all that?
I know I thought that eventually he was going to get arrested, but what I didn't expect was when he was looking at Stringer, Bell, and Avon, or
Levy, their lawyer.
Oh, Levy was?
Yeah. So String comes to prison with the lawyer.
Yeah.
And they're talking with D'Angelo.
Yeah, because he ended up in jail. He ended up in a jail cell, and he wasn't responsible for obviously he wasn't responsible for killing Wallace.
Mm-hmm.
And but right now as it stands, they think he's responsible for what's going on with all those murders and about Brandon and all that. And so he's trying to find out from Stringer where Wallace is, because he knows that Wallace is dead, but he wants to know where he is.
Yep.
And I thought he was gonna try to break the glass open to beat Stringer up. Stringer Bell, the name, it sounds like a nice name, but Stringer Bell is very corrupt.
Stringer Bell, Stringer Bell, soon it will be Christmas time.
Oh my goodness.
Stringer Bell. Stringer Bell. What song is that?
Silver Bells.
Yeah, let's change Stringer
Bell.
Silver Bells to Stringer Bell, and we got ourselves a hit.
Oh my goodness!
And we can insert audio into the song from Sings with String on the Wire.
It's Christmas time, on the Wire.
So you don't like String?
No.
Okay.
I don't like any of them. I don't see... I mean, D'Angelo, I could have my mind changed on that, but he's just as corrupt as some of them are.
Is he just as corrupt? Or, well,
I don't know.
First of all, D'Angelo, we know, has done horrible things.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't want to excuse somebody's crime because they came up in that world. Having said that, I do think that it's legitimate to look if somebody was born into a bad environment, like he was, being the nephew of Avon.
Uh-huh.
Can we have some compassion for D'Angelo without excusing his crimes away?
Oh, Avon's the uncle, not the cousin.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. I thought he was the cousin. I'm sorry.
No.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Can we have compassion for D'Angelo?
We can. At the same time, he made some very, very bad choices, and I do feel that his mom Brianna, really wanted him to, really cared about him too, even though she knows that he's not doing so good.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed to me like she really did care, and he said, and she remember when she told Avon, "You don't worry about my child. I raised that boy, and I raised him right."
Yeah, but that means that she's going to try to get Dee to fall in line.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Which doesn't really speak to her caring.
No, that's true. That is true.
There was that interesting scene in this episode where Brianna gives him some food and Wallace is there and Wallace is like, who's that lady? And he's like, that's my mom.
Yeah, because he thought that she was his girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. And D'Angelo's talking about, this fish from this really good restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
The response from Wallace is basically, hey, if it doesn't happen on this part of town, I don't know anything about it.
Uh-huh.
So it kind of goes to how Wallace's world is a lot smaller than D'Angelo's world is.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because I honestly, genuinely think that Wallace wanted to do better for himself than just be a gang member.
Absolutely.
And he was tired of the streets and he didn't want to take care of these kids. And I get that.
I read in that book, All the Pieces Matter,
yeah.
that Michael B. Jordan really didn't want to be killed off.
Oh, wow.
In The Wire.
Really?
Yeah. Which is weird considering that he became probably the biggest star from that show. Out of anybody.
But how did he feel about it afterwards?
I don't know. It was basically talking about what it was like for him the day of and when he found out that he was dying on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That has to be hard for any actor. Oh, by the way, we're going to kill you off.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're going to have a new storyline.
And we don't need you for that.
We don't need you for that. Yeah.
Nice working with you, bro.
Yeah.
This was a really good episode. Lester's great in it.
Mm-hmm.
But so is everybody else. There's another scene I love when Daniels is talking to Burrell.
Mm-hmm.
And Burrell is like, hey, you did this without me. I have a folder on you, Lieutenant, and I could expose you. And Daniel's basically like, if you were going to do that, you would have done that already.
Mm-hmm.
If you come after me, a lot of other people you like are going to go down too.
Uh-huh.
I love that scene.
Is that when he gives like a mocking salute to Burrell?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there's a scene earlier with Clay Davis,
mm-hmm.
who is super, super corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Daniels doesn't know how corrupt he is.
No, he has an idea.
Okay.
Clay Davis has a very, very memorable catch line from the later seasons of The Wire that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You want me to say it to you?
No.
Okay.
Maybe later.
Are you excited about watching the final episode?
I am, just to see how this thing ends because Kima's still in a coma.
Mm-hmm.
Kima coma. Our coma is still in a Kima.
Oh my goodness.
But sorry. I had to say that. Kima's still in a coma. Not everybody doesn't know that Wallace is gone, especially his mother.
Mm-hmm.
So other things are going on. I was surprised that Herc was promoted.
Yeah, because he went through that test and everything, and
yeah. So I'm like, wow, huh?
They're taking anybody,
I guess.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, McNulty. We all know that he's got some issues.
Yeah.
But I thought Herc and Prez were also very corrupt as well.
Well, here's the thing. McNulty is a scumbag.
Mm-hmm.
He's a horrible dad.
Yes.
He cheated on his wife. Probably not the best friend.
With the DA of all people.
Yeah. But he cares about his job and doing the right thing. And that's like his one redeeming quality is he wants to be a good cop.
He does.
So he's a bad cop, but it's not because he's dirty. He's not taking money to be a bad cop, but he does things that maybe go against the rules.
Mm-hmm.
And with somebody like Herc or Prez, you just see them as horrible human beings who just happen to be cops.
Yeah, but they're good at their job.
Yeah. Well, are they?
Or I don't know. Actually, no. I mean, Prez did rough up that kid and he became blind.
Right, but Prez is also good at deciphering codes, which helped Lester and everybody else. Right. So, is he good at his job? Is he not? I would say yes, he's good at some aspects of police work. And other things, he falls very, very short.
Yeah.
So, and Herc is good at some aspects, but he's not incredible. You could replace Herc.
Exactly.
I don't think you could replace McNulty.
Santangelo, I'm not sure about.
Santangelo's just there.
He's just there,
you don't need Santangelo. And he's not beloved by the fans.
I personally think Bunk, is Bunk also a detective too?
Bunk is a detective, but he's not officially on this case. He's just Jimmy's partner and friend. Yeah. So he'll help them out whenever he can.
Yeah, he's good though.
I love Bunk's one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Is he one of yours?
I don't know. I mean, he's definitely interesting.
Yeah, Wendell Pierce. Yes.
That's pretty cool that he's like Maryland is like his second home, I guess.
And he produced that hit song, The Hoe Is Mine?
The Hoe Is
Mine.
No, that was in Brown Sugar.
I know, but that's Wendell Pierce plays with producer.
I know. I was like, no, I can't do this.
And then Dre walks out. He's like, Dre, come back.
What was the group called again?
Rin and Tin.
Yeah, that's right. Rin and Tin. Different jackets.
Yep.
What is it? The white guy had the black jacket. The black guy had the
white guy had the jacket with black spots. And the black guy had the jacket with white spots. I heard a rumor that Apathy from Army of the Pharaohs rehearsed for the part of the white dude in that movie.
Really?
Yeah, and he said that he was really glad that he didn't get it. Because he said that he would have been like laughed out of all the hip hop spots. I don't know. I think you could get that if you're a respected rapper in a group like Army of the Pharaohs.
Oh.
But I don't know if they put out any albums at that point. So maybe not.
Oh.
Who knows?
That's pretty funny, Bubby.
Thank you there, Jaylo. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the show. Well, I guess you're not enjoying the show. I'm glad you're almost done suffering through the wire.
I mean, I can't talk. There's some aspects about it that I do like, but I think as a whole, I'm like, this show is just not for me.
What are the aspects of it that you like?
The wiretapping thing is kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
And it was back during a time where we didn't have a lot of technology that we have now. The creative ways that the gang members were trying not to be tapped.
Yep.
No cell phones, no phones, right?
Yep.
Use these numbers.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. I was trying to figure out how are they going to do that.
Yeah.
You know how they were. What Kima would do is I can't talk. She would use drug dealers like Bubbles.
Yeah. As an informant.
Yeah, as an informant, and how they're also using Chardine. Chardine, yeah. Chardine, I almost said Sardine, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Chardine, a local stripper, as a decoy. Or an informant.
Mm-hmm. I love the acting on this show.
It is good.
Yeah.
And how some detectives have lives like Freeman is a dollhouse maker, and he sells them online, which I thought, oh, wow. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also a really good wiretapper.
Yeah.
And he's on it.
Lester's my favorite character on The Wire, but you already know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Those are some of the things that I like.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that there, Jaylo. Now, also, yesterday, we watched the first part of the Ken Burns country music documentary.
You know what I thought was really interesting about that?
Oh, that might be good news for us.
Hold on.
Alana just got a notification. It's possible that we might be getting some extra stuff today. You might get an order by 4 p.m.
By 4 p.m.
And it's 1:45. Was
Yes.
By the way, I still not gotten an update on my order.
Oh my god!
I think it will be funny if they get here at the same time.
Wow. So you can't. That would be funny, but what are we gonna do?
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I could technically still cancel. Yes. The problem with that is, like, let's say your shopper goes to, you selected Safeway.
Yes.
Let's say your shopper goes to Safeway and they're out of everything, and then I cancel. So that's why I'm saying we wait until we actually get a delivery.
Yeah, but that's a problem.
I know that puts us in a very awkward position.
It does.
But I think it's honestly our best option at this point.
Oh boy.
I know the best of bad choices.
Okay.
Yes.
But we are going to get things that we do need for the casserole and other things that we're going to make tomorrow too.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping too.
And praying.
Yes.
Oh, wait a second. Did you have fried onions on your?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Yes, I
Good,
did.
good. I know I had them on.
And I still have some left in that other container too.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, so we were about to start talking about the Ken Burns country music documentary.
Yes.
And you were rudely interrupted by your own iPad, but for good reasons. Tell me, what did you think of the first part?
I really enjoyed it. The one person that I think was really interesting to me was Jimmy Rogers.
Yes.
Everything was great, but Jimmy Rogers was working his tail to the bone pretty much. He was just working himself ragged. And even the doctor, and he was only doing this in the span of 6 years.
Yep.
From age 27 to age 33.
And then he died of tuberculosis.
Oh, yeah, horrible. But a lot of people were dying of TB back then, too.
And I don't think that he hid it from the public that he had it. And he had it for a while and was basically told to slow down, but he just kept working.
Mm-hmm.
It was really interesting to me about how they talked. He did a song with Louis Armstrong.
Yes.
That was kind of cool.
Yes, it was. I like that they had clips of his songs because we wouldn't have we wouldn't have known about it. And,
he's in the jailhouse now.
And you talked about Jimmy Rogers to me before, right?
I did, based on what I knew from this documentary.
He's in the jailhouse now. And I thought what was really interesting was that he didn't know any church songs.
Yeah.
So he sang that one. And I forgot what the other one was.
Some other song.
And they gave him a standing ovation.
When he went to this Bible study group?
Yes.
Yes. And it talked about the death of his second daughter.
So sad.
And he wasn't there for it.
Infancy, yeah.
Yeah.
It was really sad. And they buried him next to his daughter. But before he died, the doctor was saying, you need to rest a lot. Because if you don't, you're not going to be able to survive for another year.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't listen.
He kept working. I think the doctor said you won't survive more than a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
The depression hits, and he's still a big star in the country world, but there's just less people buying music then. Mm-hmm. So it hurt him a little bit, right? As did the bad medicine, as did the constant touring and performing. It talked about how he would build anticipation for his shows earlier on in the day. When he was in a new town, he'd go someplace in public and just do a free concert.
Yeah.
And he'd give away guitars and houses and whatnot. It was super interesting hearing about this guy.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to read a book about him at some point.
Yeah. He had a great voice too. He could yodel like I've never heard. And there's people that are really good at yodeling too.
It was also interesting because there was an engineer who was recording Southern musicians, and the same week that Jimmy Rogers was discovered by this guy, the Carter family was as well, like 3 days apart.
Yeah.
What did you think of that whole
thing? I thought that was interesting too. I did like a lot of the Carter family clips that they were playing, and Sarah Carter did have a really strong voice.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes. And they were talking about how Sarah played the guitar?
No, that was Maybelle.
Oh, that was Maybelle. Okay.
Maybelle, her
sister,
her cousin, I think it was, and she did this thing where she was strumming with her thumb and playing with the rest of her fingers, and it was called the Carter Scratch.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
What I like too is when they were talking about different types of guitar playing, like how the Hawaiians adopted it, and then some people were using steel guitars, Hawaiian steel guitars for their music. And I did not know that the banjo came from Africa.
I didn't either until seeing this.
Yeah. I also thought it was interesting when they were talking about race music. You know, there was divisiveness and segregation after slavery was over, but you know, there was like black against white and white against black. They were like, you know, the blacks tried to act like the whites and the whites tried to act like the blacks. But it was like, and there was still racism, but they're like, but the lady was like, but the music is great.
Yeah.
You know, the music is awesome. And people were like, oh, you can't do that. You can't do that with the music. But it turned out to be a good idea.
And a lot of race records were recorded by white guys dressing up in blackface.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
It's really interesting. And then the hillbilly, the word hillbilly or white trash, they thought, well, if anybody said it outside of the country world, it was more of a derogatory insult. And you weren't allowed to say it unless you were actually inside of the community. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, wow.
I'm excited to watch the second part with you there. Jaylo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Next week?
Oh, we could do that next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. And we also watched some movies last night.
Yes. It was very interesting.
We watched the first one, was it Call It Murder?
Call It Murder. I'm going to take this one because there really isn't a whole lot to say about it, but I will try because I didn't understand it. Mm-hmm. Ethel Saxton was a woman who was standing trial for killing her husband because she didn't want him to leave her.
Yeah.
And the only way that she could get him to not leave her is if she killed him. So she killed him out of passion. And the jury was meeting, and I think Gar Boney, who was played by Humphrey Bogart, was one of the jurors, correct?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. And one of the women was like, well, wait a minute, that can't be first-degree murder because it was a crime of passion. Well, the jury decided that it was, in fact, a first-degree murder, and they sentenced her to the death penalty. A young woman named Stella is upset because her boyfriend, who is Gar Boney, was supposed to leave for Chicago, and she didn't want him to go. And she was very in love with him. But she was also obsessed with the Ethel Saxton case.
And her father was the foreman of the jury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she said, well, if it wasn't for what you all did, then Ethel Saxton would not be on death row right now. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't be executed tonight. So, you go on, please.
There's a whole thing. The girl, what's her name? Stella thinks she kills Humphrey Bogart's character.
Because of a girl in the car.
Yeah, she comes home, she confesses to it. The dad's like, nobody's above the law. He calls some people, they come over to their house, and after like 3 questions, the dude's like, you didn't really kill him. And this is what's going on. You're just obsessed with this case. And they say, okay, everything's good, and then they leave, and then the movie's over, basically. It's a short movie.
It's only 1 hour and 16 minutes, and the both of us didn't get it.
I didn't like this movie. I did not like it.
I didn't like it. There was no explanation as to why they think she didn't kill him.
Well, there's an explanation, but it's very loose. Yeah, and it says starring Humphrey Bogart. He's in maybe 3 scenes in the film. Mm-hmm. He's barely in it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I can't get behind this movie. I can't recommend it.
No, I can't either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just not a whole lot to say there. No. We did watch a better movie called The Dead End.
Yes, yeah, and you can talk about that one.
Not my favorite film, but I did enjoy it.
It wasn't mine either, but it was better than Call It Murder.
Yeah, it stars the Dead End kids who was these loose, I guess, affiliation of young male actors who would appear in films from time to time. I believe this was their first film.
Yeah.
And some of them were also in Angels with Dirty Faces and the play The Dead End.
Yeah.
Basic premise, these ne'er-do-wells hang outside a rich house and they don't really have their lives together. They like harassing people.
They like harassing older ladies and cops and all that.
Mm-hmm. One of them, I think his name is Tommy.
Tommy, yep.
Has a older sister who is just trying to make a good life for herself.
And her name is Drina.
Yep, Drina. She's part of a union. They're protesting so that she can get some more benefits at her job. And it tells the story of this day. It's basically a day in the life story. A man comes back to town, played by Humphrey Bogart, whose name is...
I can't remember what his name is. I'm sorry.
We can't remember right now. Ask us later.
Yeah.
But he basically was this guy who was a fairly well-known criminal. He's back in town because he wants to connect with his high school sweetheart.
Francie.
Along the way,
Was it Marty? Oh, it was Babyface Martin. That was his name.
Babyface Martin.
Yeah.
He's there with an associate of his.
Yeah.
He meets the kids, gives them some advice. He also runs into this guy who got a college degree in architecture, but who's struggling through life. And at one point, Marty sees his mom. She wants nothing to do with him. She has a funny voice, too.
Yes. She
Now,
does.
the dead-end kids are harassing the rich family. They're yelling stuff at this rich kid who comes down. They trick him and beat him up. And then at one point, the dad comes out. And the dad is the brother of this local judge. He grabs Tommy. Tommy cuts him and runs away. And this guy wants revenge. But Tommy's hiding. They don't know his name. Eventually, one of the friends snitches on him. By now, Drina had figured out what was going on. And she's like, we're going to run together, Tommy. We're going to go away. But first, Tommy has to run and hide now.
Mm-hmm.
The architects tell somebody what's going on with Babyface. And Babyface wants to break into the rich people's houses, home, and is killed before he can do so. Your man gets some reward, or it's implied that he's going to get paid because he turned in Babyface. And Tommy is out for revenge against a member of his crew. I forgot the kid's name. The one who snitched on him.
I can't remember who it was.
Eventually, he catches this kid and he pulls out a knife. He's about to give him the mark of the snitch. Yep. But then the architect stops him and says, you don't want to do this because things are going to escalate.
Yep.
Tommy agrees to turn himself in. The rich dude is not sympathetic about this kid at all. He's like, you got to go to prison. It's not about me. It's about who you're going to hurt next. And he just kind of nonchalantly walks away. And the architect tells Rena, okay, well, we're going to get him a lawyer and see what we can do. And I think that's basically the end of the movie.
because she's like, well, what is he going to learn in reform school? And one of them made a point, well, that's
where Babyface Nelson came in.
That's where Babyface Martin went to reform school. And he didn't learn anything from
it. Babyface Martin. I think the architect said that.
Yeah. I kind of go back and forth with what he was saying.
Yeah.
Because he needed to be in a juvenile situation, maybe not prison, but some kind of a place where he is forced to think about what he's doing. And it probably wouldn't work out for him to be in reform school because he may not have been reformed because Babyface Martin was doing the same thing.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I do kind of understand where he's going for, but Drina, I kind of felt like she kept enabling him a lot. Like, he's a good boy, he's a smart boy, yeah, but he's doing all these horrible things.
I hear you, and at the same point, we don't know how, but they've lost their mom. It doesn't seem like they have any family. It's just the two of them.
Yeah, and she's much older than him.
Yeah.
But it almost, and I know she's doing the best that she can, but in some ways I feel like she's been bailing him out a lot.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
There
has to be some consequences there, I think.
Yeah. What did you think of Humphrey Bogart in this movie?
I thought he was better in this one than the other one.
He had more to do for sure.
He did, yeah. The other one, it was like he was only there for a few minutes. Because he went bye-bye.
Yeah. And he sees his ex again, but they don't get to get back together. He just gives her some money and she asks for more.
Yeah.
And he's wondering why he even came back to this town.
Because he was like, I realized that that's not what I wanted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he had the fantasy of what the town was when he was growing up. And things done changed, as Christopher Wallace would say.
And he also said that I also got the impression that Francie wasn't the girl that he was in love with anymore. Exactly. She changed. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This was
not for the better.
Yeah, this was a very interesting movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's problems with it, but I did like it. I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
Yeah, I give it that.
Yeah.
I'd at least give it a. Yeah, I'd at least give it a 7.5.
It does make me want to know more about the dead-end kids.
Mm-hmm. What did they do with their lives? I'm glad that they weren't just kids that they just pulled off of the streets. Yeah, we're going to make you into actors.
Yeah.
So you don't get in trouble.
It's not like it was Felicia Pearson or anything.
No. They were actually actors. Yep. But they played really good, tough kids on the street, though.
They did.
Yeah. You would never have known that they were just actors.
You know what I heard about that Felicia Pearson thing?
What about her?
So, I almost called him Omar. Michael K. Williams saw her, and he said that she was like... I heard an interview with him a couple of days ago, but it was obviously older. Sorry. That's okay, because he died, last year.
Yeah.
But he said that she had just come home from prison, like, that day or the day before from killing somebody. And then she gets on the wire.
That's a pretty gutsy move to do that.
Yeah.
Because that, I mean, killing someone obviously is a violent crime.
I do want to read her book. Because I'm curious, what was that whole experience like? You're in prison for murder. You get released because you did it when you were younger. And then, like, a couple of days later, you get cast on, like, one of the most beloved shows ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How is that?
I don't know, babes.
I heard that Diablo Cody, who's the one who created Orange is the New Black, she was also in prison too.
I didn't know that.
I think, if I remember correctly, and that's how she knows about that.
I thought it was somebody else who created that show.
I think it was. I have to ask.
I know it's loosely based on the book, but they take I'm sure they take.
Maybe Diablo Cody was the one who wrote the book. I don't remember. I don't remember actually.
Alexa, tell me about Diablo Cody.
What?
Oh my goodness. Alexa, stop. Never mind. Alexa's a little bit weird. But I still love you, babes. I was a little bit upset with her this morning, babes, when I saw that your light.
Not a whore.
Okay, the light was flashing, so I asked her what's my update, and she's like, "Oh, you haven't read a book in a while. Would you like some recommendations?" I expected it to be a weather thing.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Yes.
Goodness. I do like that it alerts you if you ask about your packages that are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, do you want me to give you your present?
Maybe later.
Okay, you don't want me to do it here?
No.
Okay.
Later.
Okay. Yes. Very good, babes.
Yes.
You had some weird dreams last night.
Yes, I did.
Tell me.
Now I gotta remember the first one. What was the first one? Do you remember?
No. I did a private recording of us.
Oh boy.
Did I do it on my phone?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I think.
So, hold on. Hold this.
Okay.
Hold this. I know the sound quality is going to be horrible on this one. Hold it up. Yeah, like that. And don't cover it. Like this. All right. I'm going to see if I did a recording earlier today with us. No, I know I did it in the living room, but I'm not sure if I did before we left bed. Let's see. Recorded Friday, today, Saturday. No, I didn't get it down.
Okay, let me think. Let's see. Yeah, there was one. I can tell you one dream. I can't remember the other one.
Okay.
But I remember that I was with my family in my apartment. It was my mom and my two sisters. And I was thinking, did I tell Rick that they were coming? And I was like, where is he? Where is he? And I think that night my mom took the couch. My sisters took the floor, and you were somewhere on the floor too. You're kind of camping out on the floor, which is really weird because that would usually never happen.
No.
But it was odd. And then I woke up. I'm
a gentleman, and this morning in bed I made the joke because we love the show Take the Floor, and Gary Anus always says, "Ladies and gentlemen, please take the floor." Oh. So your sisters, I'm assuming, are both ladies. So I said, in the dream, I probably came over and you're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, please take the floor."
You didn't say anything.
What do you mean?
You didn't say anything.
What do you mean I didn't?
You didn't say anything there.
In the dream?
No, that's what I remember.
No, but I didn't have to. I said that's what you probably said.
Lady Ailment? No, I didn't say that.
Oh, good. Wasn't there was like no crime in your other dream, or I guess maybe it doesn't matter, but
no, I'm trying to remember.
I might be gone. See, that's why it's good that I
No, because I remember telling you what the dream was, and
I remember that, but I didn't remember what the dream was. And this is why we'll call our private conversations there, Jaylo. But it's a good reminder that I should keep doing that.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Well, babes.
Yeah?
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay. Maybe you should give me a kiss then.
Why?
Because you need one.
But I'll give us some snackling.
Oh, good.
Bubs.
All right, give me a kiss for real. No jokes, babes. Come on. Was that so hard? Ouch. You squeezed my nose.
Okay, gentle.
Oh, my goodness.
I know that wasn't hard.
All right, well, I know you want snacks, so we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye for now. Hopefully we get groceries tonight. We're not starving tomorrow. I don't want to be starving, birthday boy.
Uh-oh.
I doubt I will, because we do have a turkey and mashed potatoes.
Well, yeah. Well, either or. Each order will have a cake, so.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, babes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.